Hi everyone, I'm Rob Ladd of the Cavalier Sports Report at Johnson County Community College. 2 weeks ago, the women's soccer team lost their first game in over a month. They responded by beating their last two opponents 18-1 and finished the season 15-2. Today they've got the second spot in the opening round of the regional tournament that take on Cloud County in about 2.5 hours. We're joined now by assistant coach Wendy Louque and sophomore forward Jenna Neumann. Ladies, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for having us.
Jenna, we'll start with you. You are a transfer student, so you are a sophomore. This is your first year here at Johnson County. What was the most difficult part, or was it difficult, coming to a new team and kind of having to make an impact right away?
The most difficult part was making friends with all the girls and getting a lot of the chemistry. We had to get chemistry quick, and that's about it. I don't know.
Now, in the first 8 games, you scored 3 goals. In the last 9 games, you scored 10 goals. Was there something that clicked for you at some point in the season that made things a little bit easier on the field?
Yeah. Before the first game, I hadn't played soccer in 20 months, and I needed to get back into it. So when I'm back into it, it was fun. I got to know all the girls, and they were great. So that's pretty much.
Now, you guys lost, we mentioned, 2 weeks ago to Hutchinson, and that game decided the seeding for your guys' regional bracket. Hutchinson is number 1, you're number 2. That game kind of had some odd circumstances to it. Coach Louque, if you would kind of take us through the 1-0 loss to Hutchinson and how that goal and game was decided.
Well, it was a road game for us, and I would say we were ready to play. We were always up for some good competition, and Hutch is always a good game for us. Right before halftime, there was a call in the box. In my opinion, kind of a shady call. I believe, in my opinion, it was a dive, and didn't warrant the whistle. Coach Schwab was upset, as all of us were on the bench, for the call for the penalty kick. Which ended up being the deciding factor of the game. And Coach Schwab ended up being ejected from the game, actually his first time since coaching the women's program here at Johnson County. And Melissa, the other assistant, and I had to step up, rally the team, rally the troops together, and basically just stay positive on the bench. It's kind of hard when you have something that happens like that in soccer. You know, whether it's the weather, the field conditions, the ball, it's a bad day for you personally. You just kind of have to, as we call it, flush the toilet and bounce back. And that's kind of what we talked about at halftime is just staying on focus. And with Coach Schwab kind of being out of the picture, you know, the girls kind of rallied together. And, you know, I remember Jenna saying, well, let's do it. Let's do it for you, you know, Wendy, let's do it for Mitchell. We call the other assistant, we call her Mitchell, it's her maiden name. And the girls were really positive. I appreciated that from a coaching perspective, that they stayed positive and they stayed kind of on task and really didn't let the call influence their play, in my opinion, for the rest of the game. The outcome was a 1-0 game. And, you know, coming back from that, what you say to a team is it's learning experience. You know, we go from there. We have to stay on track no matter what happens. And for us, I think this year's group, we have a really good group of girls coming into the playoffs this year that are going to do that for us.
Now, it's difficult anytime. Now, you mentioned this is the first time that Schwab had been kicked out while he's coaching here. You've coached alongside him now for 9 years. What do you tell a team? You guys were on a 12-game winning streak. What do you tell your team after a tough loss due to what could only be described as a questionable call?
Well, I think the first thing that the coaching staff does is after a loss is we look within ourselves and think, you know, we talk and we say, what could we have done different? Is there anything that could have, you know, any changes we could have made, personnel changes on the field, systems changes. And for us, that's the first thing we do. We definitely look towards pointing the finger at ourselves and not at anybody else. So, you know, it was one of those things that you just hope when you have a loss like that, or really at any time, that you learn from it. And that's basically what we told our girls, is we need to move on.
Now the team responded by outscoring their next 2 opponents 18-1. What were the players' mindsets after that loss?
A lot of people were really upset, but we played as hard as we could, and we didn't let any goals in that were good goals, you know. So we didn't score, but we had a lot of opportunities. So, I mean, I was happy after the game. A lot of girls were sad, but there was nothing to be sad about. We played a really good game. It was a great game.
Now, only 4 times this year has the team failed to score more than 1 goal. You lost 2 of those games. You only have 2 losses on the year. How do you make sure that the offense is firing on all cylinders when you begin the playoffs today against Cloud County, a team you only scored 1 goal against, a team you beat?
Well, you know, I think Jenna makes a huge difference on the field. She's kind of like our Energizer bunny out there. And I wish we had a Jenna in the midfield. I wish we had a Jenna on defense. You almost wish you had a Jenna in the goal. Just that kind of competitive spirit and fieriness that she brings to the team. That's one thing that I love about her, and her being on the field, she just makes a difference. And this year, going into the playoffs, well, this season in particular is different. Like you said, it's my 9th season. We have 6, sometimes 7 starters out of the 11 that are sophomores, and that's not typical of our program. We're usually freshman heavy. In any given year, you know, those numbers are flipped where there's freshmen starting. So this year, and out of those 7, you've got 6 girls that played in the national championship last year. So you know what, they know what it takes. They know what it's going to take, you know, in a couple hours when they step on the field to make the difference. And in all of the years that I've been here, sometimes it's not the better team that wins, but it's the team that wants it that wins. And that's kind of what I always instill in the girls is, I can't coach you to have heart. Gosh, I wish I could. You know, we wouldn't be coaching here. You know, but you can't coach that in athletes. They have it. I mean, I've known that since in my own children. You know, you have it or you don't have it. And in even coaching youth sports, you know, with kids. But this team, you know what, they've got a lot of heart, and they've got girls that are going to step on the field today at 1:30, and they're going to know what it takes to get it, you know, to win the region, to get out of the district, and hopefully get to Topeka at Nationals this year.
Jenna, you led the team in points this year. You were 2nd in goals, but number 1 in assists. And from what I'm told, you're known as somebody who's not terribly shy with her words. What would you say is the strength of your game?
My strength is everyone else. When I get going, everyone else follows, and that's the strength of our team and every game. Because when I get going, Whitney follows, Tommy follows, and all the offense follows. The girls that come off the bench, they come to play, and that's our team.
Now, Jenna's obviously somebody that's not terribly shy about her confidence, and that was something that you knew right away when she came and watched the team last year.
Yeah, I remember she came for a visit during playoffs, and I think it was a game, and we kind of struggled with with scoring last year and having a girl up front that was just a true finisher. And I remember you after the game, she had a friend with her, and she said, "Coach, I can score. You need that next year. I can score." And you know what? I love to hear that. I mean, even now it's kind of giving me chills because you want a girl like that, just, you know, can go after it and has have that desire to put the ball in the net, and it just makes all the difference on the field.
Now, I don't know if you've looked at the way the bracket shapes out for regionals, but Hutchinson is number 1, you're number 2, so you could conceivably have a chance to avenge that 1-0 loss. Is that something
we're going to? There's not a question. We're going to. Yeah.
Okay, we'll look forward to
that. She's pretty confident.
Yeah.
I see that. We like that, and we'll.
You know what? I'm optimistic too. I think I'm a little realist, and you know, just on any given day, I think anybody can beat anybody. So, but I like our chances this year.
We missed a lot of opportunities during Hutch, and we won't miss those again. I know. Yeah. We've been practicing what we failed to do, and we'll get it done easily.
We'll keep an eye on you today. Get business taken care of today. Worry about Hutchinson in 2 games, and we'll see how far you guys can go in Nationals.
Awesome.
Thanks again for being with us.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
For assistant coach Wendy Louque and forward Jenna Neumann, I'm Rob Ladd. This is the Cavalier Sports Report. We'll see you next time. you.